Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the road. We're live at 3 Sirens in East Nashville right now with SUSTO. SUSTO, it is wonderful to see you always. Thanks for doing this.
Great to see you, too. Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, of course, man. Congratulations to you because Time in the Sun is about to come out October 29th on New West Records, and we're going to hear 4 songs from it right now. What's happening first?
Yeah, it's going to come out next month, and first we're going to start with a song called Get Down. Oh, sometimes I get down, yeah, but other times I get up, and I'm on the ground in the streets and my hands in my face. Oh, the last time you came around, took me by surprise when I found you. I was on the ground in the streets and my hands in my face. I don't know, wanna go, wanna feel your embrace. I've been trying to find someone else with a little piece of my mind. I know I see it in you. Yeah, sometimes I give up. Yeah, but other times I can't get enough, 'cause I'm on the ground in the streets and my hands in my face. I don't know, I wanna go, I wanna feel your embrace. I've been trying to find someone else with a little piece of my mind. Let's go. Thanks, Brad. Audience of one over here.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after every one. I want to make sure that you guys know that there's energy
coming
coming
back.
Any
applause we can get after a year of online shows, you know, the applause is necessary. So.
Yeah. We've got, dude, there's a good crowd tuned in right now. There's real people on the other side of these
Hey, y'all.
things.
What's
People
up?
are having a good time right now, man. Thanks
Everybody
for
wanna
making
wave?
that happen.
Hi. We're doing our thing.
Nice, man. So that song is like we have talked about mental health stuff plenty of times, online and offline. We've talked about psychedelic use online and offline, and which are two topics that are pertinent to certainly the music video to Get Down, and the message behind the tune itself. Can you talk a little bit about what was happening in your life that inspired the song?
Yeah, the song is kind of is inspired by a friend was going through some rough times, and I felt really bad because I wanted to help, I wanted to be there, but I was also kind of going through it myself, you know, and then kind of realized that there was camaraderie in like kind of talking about those issues, and you know, knowing this, like, I know you're going through it, I may not be able to relate completely, you may not be able to completely relate to me, but at least there's some sort of kindredness in suffering, I guess. But yeah, so it's about that, and then we wanted to kind of capture that in a whimsical way for the video, so we actually painted Dylan gold over here, and he was the golden boy in the video. But yeah, it's fun. It's like sometimes you kind of have to bring a lighthearted approach to those heavy things, I think, just to kind of help deal with it. But that's kind of what we do in SUSTO a lot. So
yeah, I mean, hence the name of the band, right? Just making existential dread and struggle that is solved
SUSTO
in your case by songwriting.
So yeah, it's like the word translates to soul loss, and it's kind of like soul loss that happens whenever you've gone through something traumatic, and we all do, you know. Life is an ongoing series of highs and lows, so we're just trying to roll with it.
Yeah, well, I like that very much. The wrapping heavy things in a lighter, more whimsical package. I mean, it helps the medicine to go down. You know, it's like having that juxtaposition makes it actually absorb into people better, I think.
And it's important to remember that there is true beauty in the world as well. So it's like as much pain as we all go through, there's hopefully some moments where the sun peeks through the clouds, you know?
Totally. Well, man, thank you for sharing the music. Thanks for sharing some words behind it. And there's a lot more to be shared. What's happening next from Time in the Sun?
Okay, we're going to play another one, and this one's kind of fitting right now because we're all kind of saying goodbye to summer, and this song's kind of about that. It's about kind of saying goodbye to summer. So it's called Summertime.
Cool water rolling on down your skin on a long afternoon. We're diving deeper in. You in the backdrop of a blue sky make a boy feel 10 feet high. It's been so long since I've seen your face, since I've held your hand, since I made you laugh. In the backseat of your brother's car, we were sitting on a towel, dripping dry, and you and mine. Summertime, sweet summertime. The song was skipping on a burned CD. You kept singing it anyway, like you wrote it for me. You in the backdrop of a blue sky could make a boy feel 10 feet high. Well, it's been so long since I've seen your face, since I've held your hand, since I made you laugh. In the backseat of your brother's car, we were sitting on a towel, dripping dry, and you were mine. My summertime, summertime. I should have checked my watch, 'cause the time won't stop. And now I know we were only a season. It's been so long since I've seen your face, since I've held your hand, since I made you laugh. In the backseat of your brother's car, we were sitting on a towel, dripping dry, and you were mine. Summertime, sweet summertime. My summertime.
Thank you.
Man, so Justin, the last time that I saw you you've been through a lot in life since the last time I saw you. And there's between the inevitable what's going to happen to all of our parents. They all are going to pass. You've experienced that, and you have also experienced becoming a dad. Congratulations. I don't think I've even said that yet.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And the fact that those two things happen at a very similar time must be even that much more difficult to deal.
Yeah, it's like there was obviously a lot going on in the world in the last couple of years with the pandemic and renewed awareness towards social justice issues and things. But at the same time, in my personal life, there were some big things happening. Like I became a dad in 2019 and then lost my dad in 2020. And the record was kind of being made kind of all in the midst of this and being written and stuff. So there's a lot of themes about life, the cyclical nature of everything and how, things are just designed to go away, or not designed, but they go away. And I had a lot of pondering and a lot of kind of just diving into the music and trying to translate through songs like how I was feeling and processing all of it. And that's kind of what the new album Time in the Sun is all about. It's like just like kind of a timestamp for myself, but also anyone interested to kind of remember, because I recognized that it was like, this is a moment in my life that I'm not going to be in anymore, like another time in my life, So it's just trying to kind of be present and take stock of what loss meant and also what new beginnings mean. And I'm still trying to figure it out, but the songs help. And so, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that's gone through that. But it was definitely a big part of the creative process surrounding our new album.
Yeah, when we were listening to the Cicadas this morning, I was thinking about your album quite a bit, Time in the Sun. It's like, dude, I've been asleep underground for 17 years. I got 2 weeks to find a wife, and then I'm going to die. And I got 2 weeks in the sun after 17 years, just thinking about that record.
It makes you, it kind of puts it in perspective. And that was kind of what I was thinking about as well, and kind of what I wanted to pass along to my daughter, even though she's not old enough to really communicate in that way. Just that, like, life is short, but it's also, and it's brutal, but it's also really beautiful. And just try and take advantage of the time you have, because you don't really know what's next and how much time you have. So I'm trying to do that every day, and I think we all are, and we're just trying to enjoy it and play some tunes,
Yeah. Are you succeeding at it right now? Are you like consciously in the time of your life and having a wonderful time right now, or is it rocky right now for you?
I don't know. Brad with the personal questions in there. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Man, you sang my wife happy birthday like 3 years ago. Like,
I know.
We'll dive right in there.
We're buds, Like, I think it's both, It's like, I think it's constantly both. I don't know that I believe in like a complete like moment of happiness. There's definitely bliss, and there's definitely moments where the joy outshines the sadness. But it's just like a day-to-day thing. And I think, but I'm definitely finding new ways to kind of like cope, and getting rid of old ways that I used to cope that maybe weren't so healthy. But I'm just trying to enjoy life. And I definitely feel happy to be alive. And I feel just grateful for every day, and glad for my family and my band and my friends, and just to be here on Earth. So yeah, I guess I feel like I am having the time of my life. Sounds like a song, but that comes with asterisks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally in it right now. I mean, this is so much fun. It is not lost on me that we get to do this for a living, and now we're traveling because the New York studio doesn't exist anymore, and just make relationships everywhere. We're on tour. We get to meet a lot of cool people who are doing some of the coolest things on the planet, and it's tremendous, man. I love doing this.
I love to hear that, because that's how we feel about what we're doing. And, like, just taking a year and a half off the road, it opens you up a lot, and you discover what you might have been missing by traveling so much, but also you start to realize that you may have taken those connections for granted. And like, seeing you is great. We haven't seen each other since pre-pandemic. Like, seeing the folks that we're starting to reconnect with on the road and stuff, it's really great. And so I agree. I think we're definitely enjoying that sunlight metaphorically kind of shining back on us, and hopefully it'll be sustained, because this is what we love to do, and we're having a lot of fun right now doing it. So
nice. Well, thank you for doing it here with us in this room, and we're only halfway through. There's still 2 more songs from Time in the Sun coming up.
Yeah, so with all that considered, the conversation we just had, we're going to play a nice upbeat song now called Life is Suffering.
home, who's boss with your smoker's cough? Give it to him early in the morning. You smell like salt and cotton balls, baked in the high blue sun. The river runs wide and crooked at times. It swells up with the hurricane rain. I don't mind, it doesn't happen all the time. I was born to bear a hurricane. I was born to bear a hurricane. They say you can't foresee the weather, but you can stand in the wind. You can thank the sky when the cotton grows high. Curse the dirt when it's dead again. Curse the dirt when it's dead again. Life is suffering, but love and family make hard work in the hot sun okay when the day is done. Abel killed Cain and took his remains to drop out deep in the ocean. They came back covered in a poor boy's blood, but nobody said a thing. You know his blood runs wild and crooked at times. He swells up like the hurricane rain. I don't mind, it doesn't happen all the time. I was born to be a hurricane. I was born to be a hurricane. They say you can't foresee the weather, but you can stand in the wind. You can thank the sky when the cotton grows high. Curse the dirt when it's dead again. Curse the dirt when it's dead again. Life is suffering, but love and family make hard work in the hot sun okay when the day's done.
Life is suffering, but it ain't all bad, you know.
Yeah, and there's some elegance and some beauty in that suffering too. I
Absolutely.
mean, when you're absolutely down there, if it's an extreme version of it, there can be some redemption and elegance in how difficult it can get.
Totally. That's the purpose of suffering, hopefully, is to learn and to kind of heal and move past it. But
yeah, man. Well, so when you guys made this record, it was it fully peak pandemic while you're working with Wolfgang from
Wolfie,
Band of Horses, right, in Charleston?
So we did record it at home in Charleston, mostly because, well, we kind of wanted to do that anyway, but we were didn't have any pushback at all about it because it was a pandemic and no one was expecting us to go anywhere. But it was pretty peak pandemic. I mean, so we were kind of doing it. It was Wolfie and I were kind of always constants in the studio, and everyone else kind of came in and played their part. Jordan lives in Atlanta, so she was like making the trip up from Atlanta a few times to do her stuff, and then Drees and Marshall and Jordan and Dylan were all kind of popping in, and we just slowly but surely we made it happen. And it was definitely a different way to make a record, but in some ways it was nice because we were able to really focus, and we also took a long time, you know, and kind of. But I think, like, Wolfie and I both realized how kind of high some of the concepts were, just that we were trying to achieve. I mean, obviously we're working just within the constraints of what SUSTO is, you know, but like for us, we like really wanted to give the album justice just because of some of the big life moment things that we were addressing, and we did that, and I'm really proud of kind of how we finished it. So.
Nice. Is that would you have in normal pre-pandemic times? Would you guys do whole band in a room live, or would you track it track by track anyway, regardless of whether or not you're all in the same room?
We still kind of do a track by track kind of approach, but generally that's kind of but but we also just worked a lot. We used to work a lot more quickly, and a lot of that was because we were on tour, so we had to find windows to record. But for this, it started to feel like my actual day job, because it's like, oh, drink my coffee in the morning, and I go into the studio, put in like my 9 to 5, and then come home and cook dinner and do my thing. But so that was cool, because like on the last record we had like gone away to record and we were there, and it was like confined. It felt like, okay, we got to get this done in this time we're here. But making Time in the Sun felt very open-ended, and I think because of that it was able to evolve throughout the process, and also new relationships were forged, because neither Jordan or Dylan were playing with SUSTO until they started collaborating on the record. And then we were like, well, I was like, you guys want to be in the band? And they both fortunately said yes. So so it was a whole evolution, not only of the project coming to fruition, but also just the band becoming what it is now. And it feels really great. I think we all get along pretty well and have a good time. So it's fun.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm having a really good time. I would rather be no other place than right here with you guys. And there still is one more to be shared from Time in the Sun. What is the last song today?
Yeah, so we're going to do one now. This isn't the closer, but it's like the penultimate track on the record. And it's called Double Rainbow. And we especially want to do this one because we were kind of jamming on this one yesterday, and then we left the studio we were at, and these Double Rainbow came out, and you were talking about it earlier when we walked up.
That was the most intense one I've ever seen, because the sky was kind of dark, and the way it was popping out and contrasting, that was just incredible.
And so we kind of got what we asked for, so we're going to keep playing it. Hopefully we'll see another one soon. But yeah, it's called Double Rainbow. This is kind of a there's a lot to unpack in this one, but I'll just let the lyrics do the talking, I guess, if that's all right. But I might take a quick swig of water. I'm being responsible, all you viewers at home. I'm using an Nalgene, so.
Nearly the same Nalgene I'm using.
There we go. Cheers from across the room. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in and watching us. We're SUSTO, and this is Double Rainbow.
When I was young, I was told that Noah dropped down in his boat on top of a mountain. God gave him a rainbow to signal that he would not destroy the earth by flooding it again. But ever since I was young, I've been watching the world, and it feels like the whole thing's burning. All I need is a little reaffirmation. He ain't trying to destroy us all again. By fire this time, so send me. Won't you send me down a double rainbow, so I know that you are you and you are listening, so I know that you are you and they're at all. Rich men say you gotta pick up and get your body back into working. But don't mess around with psychedelic drugs. If we catch you with that stuff, we'll put your ass in prison. So I told myself, you ain't never been a poor man's child. But me, I'm in the streets and I'm running wild. I had an AK-47, but I traded it in for a smile. I went wild, 'cause I'm a psychedelic priest on my best days. I'm a real world beast on the rest days. Yeah, I'm a downtown bitch in the best way, but I've been working like a dog. I said hell no, me and the children of the two rainbows. Can you feel it if it's not your bottom line? Fate is speed.
Thanks so much for having us, Pace, and thanks for watching. We'll see y'all. Come see us on the road. Check out our album, October 29th. Time
yeah,
of the
that's
Sun.
right. And Americana, you've got your Americana set on Friday, and then you're back in Nashville again November 4th at the Basement East, and then the whole thing wraps. Well, this leg of the Never Ending Forever tour wraps December 18th at Terminal West in Atlanta. So travel
That's right.
safely, please.